So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is my third time trying to record this because the first time the audio wasn't working, and the second time for some reason when I opened Excel it was still recording this screen and not Excel. So yeah, and also I did say in my first video I will be what did I say in my first video, that I will be doing world building, but I am not, because I couldn't think of how to make a tutorial on how to world build, because that's just obvious how to world build. And I didn't know of any tips either, because I myself am a beginner in terms of world building. So yeah, let's get on with how to Conlang. And this is part one. I'll be telling you what to do first. What's the first step? First step is select your phonology. So basically, you select the vowel that you want to use, and the best thing you can do is pick vowels very close together, like
E, U, U.
Joking, don't do that. Don't pick them like right next to each other, like over here. These six, yeah, don't do that. Because you can pick one of these six, but don't pick just these six or all six and some other things, because that's not very natural. Well, you can do that, but if you're, as I said, making a natural language, then do not pick these six vowels. Well, what am I saying? Do pick one of these six vowels, but not all six. Try to spread the vowels out, like
E,
and
A,
and.
U.
I just showed you a three vowel system. These are good if when you get later into the series, you want to make an abjad, which is a type of writing system. I'm not gonna say a type of alphabet, because an alphabet is a type of writing system. Yeah, if you didn't know that. And yes, and this I actually have two tabs over here. Two tabs. The reason for that is because I can see this line is for some reason like this. It doesn't go down. It's not a great table. It's not even a table. It's not even a chart. I don't even know what to call this mess. And the reason that line was like that is probably because this goes like this as well. But this is much more clear because there are 5 sections and each section is divided into 3, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 3 is 7, 7. We have 7 on here, 5 here, and this is just much more clear. However, the reason I'm not just using this is because I think the sound is much better here, and yeah, we also have consonants. The another reason I didn't just use this and use both websites is because you gotta scroll through this, whereas the other one you don't have to scroll through. By the way, the links to both of these websites will be in the description. Yeah, because obviously this is a tutorial, so yeah. And I'll be cutting to the next scene because apparently I have to record a different video if I'm recording a different app, apparently. There we go, here I am. Hopefully this bit works. Wrong sheet. And yes, I think I'm recording the Excel sheet now. I'll have to check after I record this. So these are the vowels I've chosen. I've chosen I, U, and I've also chosen which is also the schwa sound. I don't know what it's called, schwa. Why not just call it but it's called the schwa sound. And this E with the hat, it's just showing that it's an allophone of this. Yes, and this is an allophone of the schwa, and this is basically the R sound. This is the R sound. uh, uh, and oo, e. Let's not forget about these. I always do. And you might also want to include diphthongs. You don't have to, but it's pretty cool. Diphthongs are pretty cool. They are. Yeah. English has diphthongs, but the English diphthongs aren't as cool. Yeah. Uh, the only thing cool about English are the dental fricatives. Also, yeah, this is the O and A. I got these from the Indo-Aryan languages. Indo-Aryan languages tend, to be precise, Sanskrit has these diphthongs, and I just happen to like them. That's why I have these. Yeah, so I just happen to like these. That's why I have them. Also, you can also have vowel length. Also, you can also, okay, I had two alsos in there. So you can also have vowel lengths. You can have short and long vowels, like you can have E and E. You can have U and U. Uh, what I did is I decided that I will only have vowel lengths on my monophthongs, and only 5 monophthongs. The sixth one, the schwa, will only have one length, which will be the short one. Next, yes, I'll have to cut my scene to the other tab again, because last time I did, it kept the same screen, it didn't change the screen, so yeah. So just to quickly show you, these are the vowels I chose, because IPA probably says them better than I do.
E,
And
U, A, A,
and this, they are allophones.
A, E,
They are allophones, as I said. Another pair,
E,
and
E,
they. The reason I chose these two as allophones is because in many Indo-Aryan languages, again, they these two vowels tend to be allophones. I don't know why, but these two vowels tend to be allophones, so I decided to do that as well. The reason I have so many allophones is because the place where this language is spoken, where I want it to be spoken, is an empire. It's a big, big place, so that is why. And also about the consonants, uh, the, they're the exact opposite of vowels. Like as I told you earlier, for the vowels you gotta uh, use patterns. They need to be pretty far away. Don't choose like vowels that are right next to each other. With consonants, they need to be in like clusters. They need to be in columns. You might use b, b, m, br, and f, and v. Uh, don't just go like, oh, this sounds cool. Um,
La, Allah,
sounds cool.
ha, aha,
That sounds cool. And
ha, aha.
that also sounds cool. I'll just pick those and nothing else. Don't do that. Pick a good number of consonants, not too many, like don't pick all of them. Don't do that. You probably can't even pronounce all of them. And pick a good number, and they need to be in columns. You can do that. You have like a lot of them in columns. You have these in column. You have like a column here, and then you have one random one over here, which is just all by itself. This is not in any column, completely random. That's completely fine as long as a lot of the other ones are in columns. It's fine if you have like one or two that don't match. And also, don't, yeah, that's it. I don't have a script, that's why. That's why I said, also don't, yeah, that's why I said that. We also have these non-pulmonic consonants, but we'll talk about those later. And cut to the next scene. And there we go, I've switched. So basically, these are sounds I've chosen. I use DH to show the, because TH for the and the is not very okay like it is in English, but yeah, but the and the are pretty cool sounds, I'm not gonna lie. But what isn't cool is English diphthongs. I don't know why, but I have like a rivalry with English diphthongs. I don't really like those. In fact, I have an English diphthong over here. Here, A. It's not A. It's in English. It's A, but it's pretty similar. I'm gonna say it's similar. And for some reason, I still though hate English diphthongs. But yeah, let's carry on. So again, the reason, like here, I use the same letters to denote both allophones, but here the and the allophones, th and s are allophones, but I use different letters because why? Because they are different. I want people who read this to pronounce it correctly, and it depends on where about in the word it is said. That will make a difference to whether it's pronounced as th or s or the as or the. Like in English, unvoiced consonants are often aspirated. For example, the C in cat is pronounced as k and not g. If I just say g, people might think I'm saying a weird G, but I'm saying a C. Aspirated means you release a gush of air afterwards, after saying the consonant, and just like that, English has both aspirated and non-aspirated consonants that are unvoiced, but the aspirated ones only occur at the start, and the unaspirated ones usually are in the middle and at the end. Not usually, always, I think. If you know any odd one out, like English usually does, and coming down again. But I don't think there are any, I'm pretty sure. Also, what else I'm going to tell you? Yes, the English has retroflex T's, but what's weird about English T's is they're not purely retroflex. They're like a d or a d, yeah, but a pure retroflex would be more like d, d, d. It's much more strong, as you can say, as you can see, as you can hear. And I also have r and l and n. Yeah, those are pronounced as n and l, if they're pure, but in my language, because they are not allophones, otherwise there would probably have been allophones if they weren't that different. I didn't want to make more allophones because I already have plenty here. I have 6 pairs. I've written it down. So I decided to change them like in Indo-Aryan languages again. By now you can probably tell I love Indo-Aryan languages, so I have r instead of n. There's a special word for pronouncing it this way, but I don't remember what it is. So r, we also have l, yeah. So I'm switching back, so yeah. We also have non-pulmonic consonants. If you want to make your... I sound like an advert. If you want to make your Conlang more interesting, please use clicks, voiced implosives, and adjectives, yeah. So basically, how they work is pretty interesting, how these are different from pulmonic consonants, and they require a different video to explain that, but I'm not doing that because I'm not clever enough. There's this different guy. I'll put a video about him in the description, along with the links to these 2 websites for you to see. So you can know the amazing way of how humans make sounds and communicate with them, etc. And also Africans, for some reason, they, not only in this, also in this, they've got a different thing here. I don't know why they didn't put it in here in the table, because there are plenty of affricates, and the ch and j are also pretty common, and those are
cha, acha,
and
ja, aja.
they are both very common sounds, and they are affricates, and for some reason they aren't over here. The affricate sound should be in the chart over here. I don't know why they do that, but if you know, make sure to comment down below, because I am really interested. I want to know. So again, I'm switching back on how to make your language unique. You can end the video here. It's just if you care about my Conlang, you can continue watching. So yes, if you care about my Conlang, I also included 3 tones. We have a normal neutral tone, we have a high low rising tone, which goes from low to high, and a low falling tone, which goes high to low. So the high tone with the vowel would be actually it will be easier to do with so I'm gonna say ah. The high tone, the rising tone, will be ah, and the low falling tone would be ah. Yeah, ah and ah. Yeah, so again, I stole this from an Indo-Aryan language called Punjabi, and yeah, I'm just stealing everything from existing languages. And yeah, do steal yourself as well. This is an extra brownie point for staying till the end of the video. Do steal already existing features from existing languages, but unlike me, um, don't steal everything from a language that you know, and don't steal too many things, because that way it will just become a monstrosity of a language and won't be a natural language anymore. You probably will be aiming to make a natural language, but it won't sound very natural. So yeah, make sure you check the description, comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. You probably haven't, because so far I only have 1 subscriber. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See you in my next video.